They were once the ultimate fairy tale, two young stars, wildly in love, defying the odds and the headlines. Justin and Hailey Bieber tied the knot in 2018 after a whirlwind engagement, and since then, their journey has been anything but quiet. From glamorous Met Gala appearances to tear-filled confessions on Instagram Live, their relationship has always teetered between public perfection and private pain. Welcome back to FameShade, where the truth behind the glam gets uncovered. If you thought Justin and Hailey Bieber were living a perfect Hollywood love story, think again. From missing rings to cryptic messages and rising tension, something is unraveling fast behind the scenes. We've got all the exclusive details and the real story the headlines aren't telling. So before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the shade never stops and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, something feels different. According to multiple insider sources, Justin and Hailey are no longer just weathering the storm, they're barely hanging on. Recent reports suggest that behind closed doors, their marriage is under intense strain. The phrase that keeps coming up, things are not good. So what exactly is going wrong? Let's rewind a bit. In August 2024, the Biebers welcomed their first child, a baby boy named Jack Blues. For fans, it was a signal that the couple had entered a new chapter, one of family, stability, and fresh beginnings. But for Justin and Hailey, it seems that parenthood has only added pressure to an already fragile relationship. Sources close to the couple say that Hailey has grown increasingly frustrated with Justin. She's reportedly upset over his lack of drive, his mood swings, and his erratic behavior. Justin, on the other hand, is said to be feeling suffocated, not just by the relationship, but by the never-ending spotlight. What hurts him most, according to those in the know, is Hailey's obsession with how their marriage looks to the outside world. And then came the moment that shook the fandom. Hailey was spotted in New York City, without her wedding ring. That image sent social media into overdrive. Is it over? Fans asked. Where's the ring? The very next day, the ring was back on, but the questions didn't stop. Many began wondering if the ringless outing was Hailey's subtle way of sending a message. At the same time, Justin reposted a viral TikTok video complaining about the silent treatment from a partner. It didn't name names, but the implication was loud and clear. The man who once serenaded Hailey on stage now seems to be airing grievances in coded posts and emotional quotes. And that's not all. A recent outburst caught on video showed Justin losing his cool with paparazzi. In it, he admitted he's struggling deeply. He said, "People keep telling me to heal. Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already?" That clip struck a nerve and hinted that this time, the cracks might be running deeper than ever. There's no official confirmation of a separation or divorce, but the signs are there: emotional distance, public outbursts, symbolic gestures, and an undeniable shift in energy. This is not the same couple that once posed with matching smiles and perfectly staged Instagram captions. Something has changed. And for those who followed them for years, it's a painful transformation to witness. When a marriage plays out under a microscope, every glance, every absence, every word or silence can be dissected by millions. For Justin and Hailey Bieber, that microscope has become unbearable. While fans still see curated Instagram posts and high-fashion photo shoots, insiders say the couple is unraveling in private and fast. At the heart of it all is a growing emotional disconnect. Multiple sources have pointed out that Justin is dealing with some intense internal battles. Anxiety, overthinking, mood swings. He's not just tired, he's worn down. And according to those closest to the couple, Hailey has been struggling to support him while feeling emotionally neglected herself. The problem isn't just about love. It's about how each person handles pain. Justin has always worn his emotions on his sleeve. Over the past year, fans have watched him spiral through social media. One moment, he's posting Bible verses and baby photos. The next, he's sharing cryptic videos and emotional quotes about betrayal and silence. That TikTok repost about the silent treatment wasn't random, it was a cry for attention. Maybe even a jab. But here's where it gets even more layered. Hailey isn't playing into the drama. She's not addressing rumors, not responding to speculation. Instead, she's been focusing on her Rhode skincare empire and her role as a new mother. Yet even in her silence, she's speaking volumes. The missing ring? That wasn't just fashion, it was a symbol. A calculated, quiet message. Body language experts have weighed in too. One even claimed that Hailey walking around ringless was a form of emotional protest, a way of showing disapproval without saying a word. And Justin? They say his stiff smiles and faraway stares in recent photos suggest a man barely holding it together. What's even more heartbreaking is how the couple has shifted from transparency to avoidance. In the early days, Justin would cry on Instagram Live, talking about how Hailey saved him. Now, he's venting through reposts and interviews, avoiding the raw vulnerability that once made him so relatable. And Hailey, once open about protecting their love against media intrusion, now seems guarded, distant, even cold. Reports also suggest that friends of the couple are worried. They believe the two genuinely want to fix things, but neither is making the first real move. The tension isn't explosive. It's slow, quiet, heavy, like a storm building with no one sure when the lightning will strike. In a relationship where one partner needs emotional rescue and the other is exhausted from being the lifeguard, cracks are bound to form. And when both partners feel unheard, unappreciated, and misunderstood, it's not just a rough patch. It's the start of a fracture. At this point, it's no longer just tabloid gossip. The whispers have grown louder, the signs more visible, and the fans more divided than ever. Everyone is asking, are Justin and Hailey Bieber on the edge of a breakup, or just surviving a brutally difficult phase? One of the most striking things about this story isn't just the drama, it's the silence. Neither Justin nor Hailey has publicly addressed the recent tension. Yet their actions and even their body language are telling a different story. The ringless outings, the cryptic TikToks, the distant stares on red carpets, everything suggests a couple emotionally worlds apart, even when standing side by side. Now, experts are weighing in. Relationship analysts and body language experts have noticed a pattern. Hailey is allegedly using visual cues, like removing her ring, as symbolic emotional communication. It's a silent message of frustration. Meanwhile, Justin's behavior, oscillating between emotional vulnerability and detached silence, points to someone battling inner demons more than marital arguments. And this time, fans are paying attention. Some defend the couple, urging compassion for Justin's mental health journey. Others say Hailey's patience may be running thin, especially with the pressure of a newborn and a billion-dollar beauty brand on her shoulders. After all, she's not just navigating motherhood, she's protecting an empire, a public image, and a marriage under constant attack. The outside noise is deafening. Some media outlets have even floated bizarre theories, including a possible conservatorship for Justin, though that remains purely speculative. Still, it speaks volumes about how deeply the public sees his struggle. There's empathy, yes, but also concern. Because when fame becomes a burden and love feels like a performance, something has to give. So where do they go from here? There are 3 likely paths ahead. First, reconciliation. They've done it before, gone silent, avoided each other online, then returned stronger. Couples therapy, extended breaks from social media, and focusing on their child could help them rebuild. This would require honesty, compromise, and emotional maturity on both sides. Second, a quiet separation. No big announcement. Just less public appearances, fewer posts, and a gradual emotional distance that becomes permanent. In celebrity terms, this is the soft exit. And third, an official breakup. A divorce that would send shockwaves not just through Hollywood, but through millions of fans who've grown up watching their love story unfold. But right now, no one truly knows. And maybe that's the most heartbreaking part. 2 people with so much history, so much love, so much pressure, stuck in limbo between trying and letting go. Whatever happens, one thing is certain. This is no longer just a love story. It's a story about resilience, fame, identity, and the high cost of being human under the spotlight. Want to dig deeper into the timeline or how this compares to other high-profile breakups? Click the links in the description. We've got all the sources, receipts, and expert opinions waiting for you.